All right, I want to thank you so much for being here for our mat Pilates. And again, we'll use the ball, and not to worry if you don't have a ball. You can use anything that we're mostly between the knees. So if you have a rolled up towel or something, use that, or a block. That would work too. And I'm going to come down just a little bit more so I'm centered. You're going to now go ahead and just take your ball, taking the ball in between your knees. Now again, it's just holding space for our inner thighs. If you don't have the ball, then don't worry about it. Just have just your feet on the mat, knees are bent. So this is called stargazer. We're going to interlock our fingers behind our head. Elbows are wide. Now you want to keep the neck long. We don't really need to do a cervical nod or crunch through the neck. We want to keep the spine really lengthened. So you're going to inhale. As you exhale, you're going to lift. You're going to hold that lift. Then tap the knees, squeeze into the ball. Bring the hands behind your head and come straight down. So inhale, exhale, lift. Tap the knees, hands behind your head, and now release. Good. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Tap the knees, hands behind your head, and roll down. 5 more. Take an inhale. Exhale, lift. Tap your knees, hands behind your head, and come down. Deep inhale. Exhale, lift. Tap your knees, hands behind your head, and now roll down. Last 3. Inhale. Exhale, lift. Tap the knees, hands behind your head. Good. And release. You're doing great. 2 more. Deep inhale. Exhale, lift. Tap your knees, hands behind your head, and now release down. And 1 more time. Deep breath in. Exhale, lift. Tap your knees, hands behind your head, and now release. Now let's do a little bit of that arm work. So you're going to take your arms into sleepwalk position. I'd like you to press your shoulder blades down. And now inhale to open the chest. Good. Exhale to close. So inhale, open the arms wide, stretch. And now exhale and close. Inhale, open, reach out through the fingers. And exhale, close. Good. 4 more. Inhale, open. Good. Exhale, close. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. Good. Last 2. Inhale, open. Exhale and close. Now inhale, open. And exhale, close. Now bring your arms back to sleepwalk and press the shoulder blades down into the floor. You're going to take your thumbs, go ahead and point them back, coming into a really nice arm circle. Reaching the thumbs back, circle around and to your hips. So inhale, reach up. Exhale, around. Inhale up. Exhale, circle around. Good. Inhale, reach up. Good rotation here for the shoulder joint. Inhale up and circle around. Last one. Inhale, reach up and circle around. Perfect. You're going to reverse that. So sweep now the arms up towards your ears. Rotate your palms and press them down to your hips. So inhale up. Good. Press it down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good way to connect to the body, right? That breath is the link. Exhale down. 2 more times. Inhale up. Exhale down. And 1 more time. Inhale, circle up. Exhale, press the hands down to the floor. Come up onto your toes and draw the navel in. So do a little imprint, scooping. Bring the knees up. Great, so we're going to do a little bit of a double toe tap. If some of you or your back's feeling tight this afternoon, you can slide your hands underneath your hips Those who have the ball, you'll squeeze the ball a little bit. If you don't have the ball, then go ahead and press the inner thighs together. Now you're going to point the toes, you're going to pull the belly in, you're going to dive down and just tap and then come back up. Good. Dive the toes down and now lift back up. Perfect. Dive the toes down and now lift. Now you're welcome to just go halfway down. You're still going to get all that great abdominal work. So tap the toes down and lift. So really engage when you're lifting the knees. Tap the toes down and now lift. Good. 2 more times. Tap the toes down and lift. And last time, tap the toes down and now lift. Squeeze into the ball, place the feet down to the mat, lift your hips up, and bring your arms into a T. Now I'd like you to rotate your palms up. And what that will do, the palms kind of help on this next one if they're down. So if you're feeling kind of wobbly today, go ahead and use your hands to the floor. If you want a little more challenge, then rotate your palms up. You're going to come up onto your toes, scoop, press that sacrum into the floor, lift the knees up, and if you have the ball, I want you to engage and squeeze into the inner thighs. Go ahead and draw the knees over to the right, keeping that left shoulder down, and then pull to center. And then knees to the opposite side, and pull back to center. Now we're just going to roll onto the side of that hip. The main thing is keeping your shoulder blades anchored. Now if you'd like a little movement here for the neck, then turning the head in the opposite direction works great. Good, so inhale center, exhale as you drop. Good, inhale center and drop to the other side. Good, inhale center, working through the waistline, our obliques. Good, and drop to the other side, come back to center, and drop the knees. Good, we'll do 4 more. So knees to the right, come back to center, and now to the opposite side. Slow and controlled, last 2. Good, and here's our last one. You're gonna go ahead and come back to the center. Bring your feet down to the mat. We can move the ball out of the way. And I'd like you to go ahead and let's use your hands to push up and come into a seated position. We're going to do a little rotation. Well, this will be a lot of good oblique work. So we're going to take the ball, if you have your ball. You'll take your ball and place it between your ankles and your feet. And again, this is just a way to slight engagement. Now we're going to sit tall and sit up on those sit bones. You're going to take your arms out and you're going to interlock your fingers. So interlock your fingers, maybe the thumbs are up, and you're going to sit tall. You're going to take an inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to roll back. And now we come into the twist. So you twist towards me. Good. Come back to center. And then inhale and lift. Good. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, scooping, rolling back. Then twist to the opposite side. Come back to center. And now come up. Perfect. Take an inhale. Exhale, rolling back. Now twist to one side. Good. Come back. And now roll up. Deep breath in. Exhale, rolling back. Twist to the opposite side. Come all the way back. And now up. Now if you want a little additional work here, you're going to take an inhale. As you exhale, roll back. And now twist. Take one hand, reach it back. Tap it. And bring it forward. You're going to tap it back, bring it forward, tap it back, bring it in, woo, and up. All right, other side, we have to get the other side. So take an inhale, exhale, scoop and roll back. Good. Come into the twist. You tap it back and bring it back. Tap it to the floor. Bring it back. One more time. Tap to the floor. Bring it back. Twist and come all the way up. Good work. All right. So with the ball behind our back, we're just going to go into a back extension. So take the ball right here in your back and you're going to roll down. So you want to get that ball kind of in between your shoulder blades. Let's support our head with our hands behind. And what we'll do is that even with the blanket, you can do this. You're just going to take a little stretch back. So we're just doing a little back extension. All right, just kind of move. If that doesn't feel good to you, then move the ball up or down. And you can do that by just, moving the feet, lifting your hips and moving a little bit. Let the elbows rest. So this is an opening of the chest. And if it feels good to you, you want to do a little bit more, you can reach the arms overhead and maybe even extend the legs out a little bit. So we're just lifting that chest and opening it up. And just take a few rounds of breath. Good, let's slide those interlock fingers behind your head and bring your feet back. Very good. And so we're going to go ahead and lift the head and chest up. Very good. You're going to grab the back of the legs. All right. And roll up. Good. Let's go ahead and take that ball. So either you're on the ball or you're on the blanket or a block. The block works too. And we'll just do a couple of exercises. You're going to take a knee up. And then the opposite knee up. And we did our toe taps. This time we're going to do alternating toe taps. So you're going to tap the right toe down and then bring it back up. And then you're going to tap the left toe down and bring it back up. So let's alternate, tap right and left. Lower abdominals. So we're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and one more set. It's 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and last one. Now go ahead and keep the left foot on the mat. Hug the right knee into your chest. Just take a little hip stretch. Good for the hip flexor. And if you want, you can grab the back of the hamstring, maybe straighten the leg out. Ooh, right? And we're going to do a leg swing. So you flex that foot, release the heel, tap it down, and then swing it back up. And tap it down. You use your abdominals, swing it up, and tap it down. Swing it up, tap it down, and up. 4 more. Tap down, swing it up. Here's 3. Swing it up, and 2, up, and 1 more, swing it up. Bend the knee, bring the right foot down to the mat. Go ahead and hug the left knee into the chest. Just kind of hug it in. Draw it in towards the rib cage. Take a couple of breaths. You just want to stretch out that hip flexor. Then you can take the hand and you're going to straighten the leg out a little bit. You're going to flex that foot, release the leg, let it drop down, tap it, and then swing it up. Here's 7, swing it up, and 6, There's 5. Good. 4. And 3. Here's 2. And last one. Good. Bend the knee. Bring the foot down to the floor. Good. You're going to lift your hips up and slide that ball away and roll down. It should feel really good. Just relaxing that back to the floor. And those who have the blanket, go ahead and move the blanket away. We're going to roll over to our side. We'll come into a tabletop position. You're going to come down onto your belly. And let's move into a little bit of what we would call a swan. Press into your hands. Lift the crown of your head. Take a deep inhale. As you exhale, drop the elbows and bring the forehead down. Good, then come all the way up. You can take the ball and put it just a little bit on the rib cage. And what we'll do here is it just kind of opens up the chest. It gives that little extra help to lift the chest. All right, and we're going to take those arms. You're just going to bring your arms out to the side, reach the arms forward, and then circle them around. Now you can have your blanket here under your rib cage if you want. So elbows here, reach forward like you're swimming, and then circle around, come back. Good. So you're swimming the breaststroke, right? You're reaching out, circle around, bring the arms back. Just one more time. Reach forward, circle around, and draw the arms back. Good. So we're going to go ahead, push back, and move into our child's pose. So go ahead, hips towards your heels. Now walk your hands up and start to slowly tuck the tailbone down, pull the belly in, and roll all the way up. Thank you so much for practicing with me today, Pilates. You guys are always so awesome, and I'm so blessed.